yes, please welcome Deborah Meaden. Good to see you. I watched that episode. That was the guy with the glamping pods, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he got very emotional because, if I remember, did all the dragons offer him the money?
Absolutely. We were fighting for him. Yes, very emotional.
But I remember you at the time, because we were talking about confidence earlier, talking about The Apprentice and then saying, you know, is confidence a good thing? But I suppose coming into the Dragon's Den, they have to show some confidence, don't they?
They do, but I always think confidence, you show confidence, you don't say confidence. So I was watching those clips in my dressing room and I was thinking, you know, the louder you shout, the less I believe you.
Yeah.
You know, so I always think confident people, don't you? You kind of feel them. So I think it is really important, but you have got to be able to show it, not just say it.
But you also said, because he cried, I remember, and what a lovely guy he was, but you said, that's fine, you can cry. You like to see him cry, actually.
I do.
It shows emotion.
Listen, business is just an extension of life. We feel stuff. If you don't feel anything, people don't believe you. You know, I care about my businesses, you know, and I have a gut reaction to them. I like them, I love them, I don't like them, you know. And I think it's good to show that because it means you're authentic. You know, you're showing your real self, and business should do that.
And you've been 18 years now as a dragon. So it's clear that you obviously still love it. And do things still surprise you?
Do you know, every year I think and literally every picture that I've seen it all now.
Yeah.
And then I haven't. You know, somebody comes in with an idea and I think, oh, my goodness, that's brilliant. You know, I've never even heard of it before. And, you know, the day I sit in that chair and I just feel like that, I'm not going to do it again. But I sit in that chair and I get excited. You know, you'll see me, I lean forward.
Yes.
In fact, you know, I need to keep thinking, stop leaning forward. Stop. It's a good sign. It's a good sign. That's a good sign as well.
You turned the job down 3 times, didn't you?
I did.
Wow.
I did.
Why?
My sister had done something on TV and it wasn't a great experience, and I thought I built myself a nice, oddly private. I know it sounds weird. We've done Strictly, you know, that's a very public thing, but I do like to keep my private life private, and I was worried that I wouldn't be able to manage that I would feel out of control. But they kept on at me, and then I did an audition with Duncan Bannatyne and Richard Farley, and I literally went within 1 hour from, you know what, I don't want to do this, to, if they don't give me this job, I'm going to be absolutely devastated. So no, it's what I do in everyday life. You know, it's as close as you're going to get to real business on television, and I love it.
Are there any businesses that you invested in that you have regrets about investing in?
So not all have worked out, and sometimes it is back to emotion. Sometimes it just doesn't work. You know, we've got some of the pictures last up to 3 hours, so we've got quite a bit of time.
3 hours?
Oh yeah.
Do they?
Oh, yeah. So we see a lot more than you do.
Then,
long day. So you don't see everything in that, and you think that you get to know a person in that time, but when you get out, sometimes it just doesn't work, and I think life's too short.
Yeah.
You know, you're not enjoying this, I'm just becoming a pain in the neck to you, you're not enjoying this.
Yeah.
But most of them work, you know, and most of them, you know, I've got a pretty good nose. It's not infallible, but I've got a pretty good nose.
Have any of you fallen asleep?
Fallen asleep?
Fallen asleep.
I haven't. Let's just put it like that. I haven't. I have never fallen asleep.
Well, the difference of this series is that you've got guest dragons this time, haven't you? So you've had Gary Neville, Manchester United star and businessman, and also is it the co-creator of Skims?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Emma Grede.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you know, we were a little bit nervous about it to start off with because how were the 6 chairs going to work?
Were you going to get the elbow? Did you worry about that?
No, I didn't, actually. Now I will.
Yeah.
Now I will, thank you. But how is it going to work? And also, when new dragons start, you can imagine it takes a few days for them to settle in. I thought, well, if they're only there for a day, you know, it could be really a bit awkward. And it's not like that Dragon's Den, you know, we just fire questions. They were brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. They sat in that chair and just opened it. I think, well, we've seen the Gary Neville episode. He was brilliant and kind and clever and everything.
Did it make the rest of you sit up a bit?
It did. It changes the dynamics. It makes us bring our A game again, which is good for dragons, you know.
And what about the friendship, because we see you all being competitive, but are you friends off screen? You know, when the filming's finished, you all go and have a drink and...
We do. I spend more time with dragons than I do my husband. So every night we go out for dinner when we're filming. We all go out for dinner. We tell each other what we think of our investments of the day. Oh, we take it in turns.
OK.
So about years ago, we used to... So Theo, this is when Theo was on the show, they used to... Theo said to me, we'll spoof for the bill. I lost spoof every night for an entire series. So I said, can we just split the bill now? Can we just...
Now, listen, you're clearly a very, very intelligent woman, amazing businesswoman. Not so good with the toaster.
No.
What were you doing? How did you think? Going, toaster, slow down.
Well, do you know what was going through my head? So when he said it's voice activated, I'm thinking, well, what do you say to a toaster? Which is not something you normally think about. And honestly, as I'm leaning into it, my head is screaming at me, don't be stupid. Don't be stupid.
So this was Taskmasters, which you're a huge fan of the show. Yeah. But is that because you don't have a toaster then?
No, so we've got an Arga, and I do actually have a toaster. I've got a 30-year-old Dualit toaster, which are the ones that you use the lever to pop up. So when I said I don't have it, what I meant was I don't have one of those modern electronic toasters, pop-up toasters. Yeah. So I genuinely didn't know what to do, but no.
And one last thing, just because I think it's so lovely, you mentioned that you did Strictly there, and your husband started taking dancing lessons as a surprise, didn't he? Whilst you're on Strictly, are you still dancing?
We are. In fact, I have given up one of my tango lessons today to be here with you. And we're we only do tango. It's our, that's our dance.
It's a sexy dance, Deborah Meaden.
It's a lovely dance.
Yeah.
Very nice dance.
And one other thing I have to say, can I just say, this is so hot off the press.
Yes.
Ooh, it's so exclusive, I'm not even allowed to open it to show you. But this is Deborah's book, which will be coming out in May. This is Talking Money. This is your second book, question, answers, interviews and more. This is for slightly older kind of teenagers. And
yes, so I wrote a book for 6 to 9-year-olds to introduce them to money. I just want children, the next generation, to have a healthy relationship with money. And this is to the next age group, so 11 to 16-year-olds.
So look out for that. She talks money. Oh, listen, we could talk to you all day. It's always
You're not going to make me go. You're going to make me go.
Well, I'd have you. You can stay if you want. Stay if you want. We can do rollers, everything. Yeah, stay if you've got time. We'd love to have you.